Welcome back, guys. This is a page, this is a group where you learn how to become a good professional scriptwriter. I'm in a series of logline. I made part 1 where I introduce what is a logline, part 2 where I continuously explain furthermore what is a logline, what you expect in a logline. And then I was left with part 3, which is this video where I'm gonna form stories and then we're gonna make it in a logline. How do we make a logline out of a story randomly? All right, this is part 3. My name is Justice Chivase for those who do not know, but I go by the name J Excellence. That is my stage name. That is my film's stage name as well, my film crew and all the thing that has to do with my creativity. Right now, thank you for tuning in. And if you are new, please go and check part 1 and part 2 of a logline, so that when you come to this one, you get the genes and the idea of what is a logline, because right now I'm just continuing from where I left. All right. A logline should be short, first of all, clear and compelling. Ideally, 1 or 2 sentences that grabs the attention, right? And another thing a good logline should have are 5 key elements, which are 1, your protagonist, 2, the goal that he's supposed to reach, 3, the conflict, 4, stake, and 5, hook. Protagonist, goal, conflict, stakes, hook. Right? Let's start with 1. Protagonist. Who is the story about? Our main character. Right? Goal. What does he need to achieve? Right? What the story is about. Right? And then conflict. What's stopping him from achieving that goal? Right? Stake. What does he have to lose if he fails to reach that goal? Hook. A unique element that makes your story to stand out. Right? Now, let us come up with a story, and then let us take the log line out of it. Right? I just went and just scroll and just go around any random story. Let's say I've written it down here. A struggling single mother wins a luxury vacation, only to discover it's a deadly game where contestants must outsmart each other to survive. With no way out, she must fight to stay alive for the sake of her son. Now, this is our brief synopsis of our story, right? Let us take the log line out of it that has those 5 key elements. A single mother wins a dream vacation, only to find herself trapped in a deadly game where survival is the only way home, right? That's our log line. How do we find those key elements into this log line, right? First of all, in this log line of this story, our protagonist, who is the main character, our single mother, right? The goal, what she wants or need to achieve, she needs to escape that deadly game, right? Conflict, what stands in between her way from having to reach her goal are the other contestants who also wants to come out of that game. It's a deadly game, which means they need to outsmart each other, they need to kill each other, they need to come with all the ways that they can so that at least one can survive, right? That is our conflict, right? To outsmart each other, that is a conflict, must outsmart other contestant, right? Stake, what does she have to lose if she fails? She may never ever see her son again. Why? Because she might die, right? Now, the hook, that unique element that makes the story stand up. The hook, it's a dream vacation turning into a fight for survival or turning into a nightmare. Right? I know you won't just grab these things at one. You can just go and reverse and then re-record what I'm saying until it gets into your mind. But if you are new, I advise you to go and check the part 1 and part 2 so that you can get to understand what I'm talking about. Let us have the last story and then let us hook the log line in it, that includes those 5 elements that I've mentioned, right? Another random story we can say, after witnessing a powerful crime lord murder a politician, a timid taxi driver becomes the target of the underworld. With assassins on his trail, he must escape the city and reach the authority before he and his family are silenced forever, right? Let's get a log line of this story that we just mentioned. A timid taxi driver witnessed a crime lord's murder of a politician and must escape the city before assassins silence him and his family for good. That is our log line. Now let's break down those 5 elements in that log line, which is 1, the protagonist, right? Because we have the protagonist, the goal, the conflict, the stake, and the hook, right? And we mentioned that the protagonist is who is the main character, the goal, what does he or she wants to achieve, the conflict, what's stopping him, the stake, what he have to lose if he fails, and then the hook, that unique element that grabs, that makes the story stand out, right? Now, its logline will go like this. A timid taxi driver witnessed a crime lord murder of a politician and now must escape the city before assassins silence him and his family for good. Let's break down the 5 elements in it. Protagonist, it's our timid taxi driver, right? Goal, he must escape the city and reach the authority, right? Conflict / obstacles, the assassins that are hunting him, those are his conflicts, right? And then stake, if he fails, he and his family will be killed, right? The hook, what hook us, what grabs the attention of the reader that is reading that particular screenplay or script, is a simple taxi driver versus a powerful crime lord. A simple taxi driver, a timid taxi driver, a fearful taxi driver. It's just simple. This man doesn't have any background in combat. He doesn't have any background in using a knife, using a gun, in karate. He doesn't know anything about running or etc. The only thing that he knew is driving a taxi. And now his face is going against a powerful crime lord who is experienced in combat, who is experienced in hunting, who is experienced in killing. That's what grabs our attention. This is something that if I can see on a screenplay or on a movie, just its logline going like that, I'm interested to know how will this simple taxi driver survive people that are experienced in killing when he, at the other hand, doesn't have any other experience or any other tool that he can use. This is a good story. It doesn't even have to have a trailer, a trial, or any other clip for me to see what happens in between or etc. By just that simple hook in that log line, I can already invest my attention. Or if I have money and I have a studio company, I could buy that screenplay. So that is the importance of a log line. And those are the 5 key elements that every time you write a log line, make sure that your log line has those 5 key elements. Because one thing that makes your screenplay get rejected when you introduce it to people it's not because you don't have a good story. You have a good story, your screenplay is powerful, but the problem is that those people do not have time to read your screenplay, because your screenplay can have over like 50 pages. You need to be giving it to somebody who knows you, who's going to give you his time. Now, your girlfriend doesn't have money, so it's not your girlfriend who's going to be paying for your movie. It's not your mother who's going to be paying for a movie. It's a stranger, and a stranger doesn't have time for you to explain things that are going to take 5 minutes. He just wants you to give him 10 seconds of giving him your whole full idea or of your main conflict of your story. And that's where a log line comes in. That 1 or 2 sentences that gives out the core main important aspects of your story. And if you can have these 5 key elements on your story, you can give the person an idea that this is going to be a great story. That's the reason why sometimes you find boring story. How are these people buying boring story? It's because somebody has mastered a log line. So he was able to win the producers, the directors, he was able to win the CEOs of companies before they can even read the screenplay, just to find out that the story is boring. So yes, you can have a good log line and you can have a very, very bad story. You can have a very good story and have a bad log line. Both of these things are gonna fail you. So you need to learn to master these things. And then don't worry, right now I believe that from reading those part 1, part 2, and this part 3, you can have a good log line. And if you put it into practice, you will see that indeed you are having a good log line. Now we're gonna talk about how to make your story engaging, characters development, protagonist journey, characteral journey, the act 1 and act 2. There's still a lot that we are going to discuss. Please hit the notification button, hit the like button, and just make sure that you just tune in. And if there's any question that you need to ask, make sure that you put it on the comment section, and then I will have all the time that I have to speak to you until you can understand. And if you want my WhatsApp number, you can tell me and then we can talk about it. Not so long, I am going to form a WhatsApp class group where I'll be teaching screenplay, but not for now. Right now, I just want to dish out everything that you need to know, so that when I form that WhatsApp group, some of you already have the idea of what we are going to talk about. Stay blessed. My name is Tia Excellence. Till we meet again. Bye-bye.